Welcome back, everyone, to the Sports Minorities Podcast, your home for not-so-expert analysis, plenty of shit-talking, and expert or not, nobody could have predicted what we saw at the end of that Patriots-Raiders game. I'm your host and resident Titans fan, JC. Joining me this week are...
Nostradamus Chicken Wing. You're welcome.
Yeah, Nostradamus Chicken Wing, who didn't win this week. For that is me, Nori, who did win this week. Hello, everybody. Hello, my fans. And hello, my greatest fan, Mike White. I know you're out there. I love you, buddy.
My lord. This is Rob, one and only Buccaneers fan. Still dreading the day the creamsicle comes back. But, you know, it is what it is.
It's just for a throwback, not for a whole season. Jeez.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Good evening, DJ here. Truly hoping the creamsicle jersey comes back for a whole season, just one season, just one. If someone would have told me, "Hey, there's going to be the dumbest play you've ever seen in NFL history that takes place, and Josh McDaniels is involved," I would immediately assume that he was the head coach of the team that did it. But nope, it was Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as if this was a wild weekend, and we're going to get into it. We're going to recap Week 15, talk a bit of sports news, and there's a bit that's out there, and of course make our predictions for Week 16, aka Christmas weekend. But there's something wild from the greatest comeback in NFL history to arguably the most unbelievably incredible finish to an NFL game I've ever seen. Like in NFL history, like ever. It's crazy. So, but let's just jump right into it. How did we do with Week 15? Well, Nori won the week, as he mentioned, went 13-3. Rob, Chicken Wing, and DJ all went 12-4, and then myself, I went 11-5. So, brings our overall standings to me still in first at 139 correct picks, Rob and Chicken Wing at 134. And Nori at 133, and of course DJ with 128. So,
Come on, DJ. You got this.
Jesus Christ, Mike is catching up.
I'm making. I got one game. Okay, yeah. One game. I got there. We'll get it. We'll get it.
Now, before we get into our picks and everything like that, I want to say that we got a special message from somebody. A friend of mine who I've mentioned on this podcast. Invited him to join on. Unfortunately, he had an event to go to this evening.
That's very sad because I would have loved to have him come.
Yeah, but he sent us a message, so I want to play this for you guys, and hope you guys enjoy. Here we go.
I'm going to enjoy it.
Good day, gentlemen. This is Phil, the Jags fan of San Antonio. I've really enjoyed listening to the show this season, especially all the hate that you guys have given my team.
Turn it up, my man.
And I do appreciate the invite to come on this week. Unfortunately, my wife has us booked for a fancy jazz show during recording time, so I won't be able to make it. But I wanted to call in and give you guys a State of the Union for the AFC South. Jags control their own destiny. We got to get through the Jets, the Texans, and the Titans, which all seems very doable at this point. And then we will win the AFC South. And when that happens, that will make us higher seeded than every one of your teams, except for Chicken Wing, because his 49ers has been crushing it. Also can't talk too much trash to Nori since the Giants had our number. But I feel like we're a different team now, so get ready. Get ready. I'll be a Cowboys fan next week as they take on the Titans and push us up into that spot that has us winning the South. And then we'll put it on the Titans the following week, God willing. So just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and your families. And best of luck in the playoffs. And we them boys. Go Jags. Have a good one, guys.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. All right.
Funny.
Okay, Phil.
Thank you, Phil.
Okay,
Yeah,
Phil.
Phil.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
right.
take that.
Oh my
Yawning
gosh.
boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You know what? You know what? I changed my mind. You know what? I think you should be on the show. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, we should have him on here every week now. So we have an actual.
Get him on the show.
So we get an actual Jags fan on here, right? Probably
An
the only
actual
one.
Jags fan.
I've low key like the Jags.
Yeah.
For, since they drafted Lawrence, so I'm totally good with having a Jags fan here.
Yeah.
We need an actual Lions fan on here.
Fuck. Oh man. Yeah. So Phil sent that message and wanted to be on. But yeah, I definitely had a lot to say. He was in a texting, bragging mood, especially after knocking off the Cowboys in epic fashion this past week. So, but Nori, it's your turn. Regret, surprises. Want to talk a bit about the Jags as well? Anything you want to discuss about Week 15? Because let's face it, a lot happened. So
I know this sounds like Cowboys haterade. I legit am not surprised the Jaguars, beat the Cowboys. I think it was unlikely, but look what they did the week before. And I even said in the show, this, it's going to be a pretty good game. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. I went with the safer pick because Dallas obviously was the safer pick, but Jaguars are playing awesome. I regret the Titans pick because you literally called in the show hey, this is the one time. You picking against the Titans, like I said, is about as often as Dallas wins a playoff win. It doesn't happen. It's mystical, something you hear about but doesn't actually happen, right? Yeah. So I should have picked the Chargers. I greatly regret that because I could have used the point.
Think about that because I think on the podcast you said you were going with the Jags, right? I'm trying.
No, that was Rob.
No,
I said I was going with the Chargers. I said, you know what? I'm going to change my pick, and I guess I didn't save it because I was super disappointed when I saw Sunday. I'm like, oh, well, now I have to tighten up because I didn't change my pick like I thought I did. I kind of have to tighten up.
I thought maybe you were overthinking it. That I was trying to swim because you mentioned that too. You thought he's going to get everyone to pick the Chargers and take the Titans or something. But,
yeah. No, homie, I was tightening the fuck up more than any other Titans fan, because I really wanted. I needed to catch up to you. You know what I mean? I needed that pick, but it was still a close game. Could have gone either way. But I'm the only real surprise was how the Giants won. Not that we won. Fuck Washington. They deserve no happiness. It was one of the worst calls I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm so happy it happened for us.
Well, two back to back. One. The receiver pointed the ref to get lined up.
Both bad calls.
He said he's good, and they scored a touchdown. No, you're off the line.
You're outside.
And then the almost obvious offense.
He literally asked the teacher for the notes and then changed the test. That was godlike. Was godlike.
Having played football myself, your point relied. I'm on the line. I'm off the line. You're indicating if you're on or off, and he's lining you up. So for him to do that is just all sorts of conspiracy.
That made me very happy. Made me very happy. I like that. I was a big fan of that.
Man, he was set to throw that flag.
Even the refs hate the comment.
He said, "You're good, and then he put his hand right on the flag.
Yeah, you're good, all right, homie. You're good.
Legal formation, bitch.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah,
I was very satisfied with that.
Yep. Rob, your thoughts on the week?
I know we're gonna talk about it later, but surprising that Minnesota came back.
Holy shit.
Jesus
Lord.
Holy shit.
I remember just midway through the I guess the third quarter when Nori was I can't figure these teams out. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what's happening. Colts are dominating. Yeah, tune back in a little bit later. What happened? Why is Minnesota up 3? I don't get it.
What happened?
How did they win, right?
Yeah, I was just it's still Kirk Cousins, right? That's the quarterback.
It is.
Yeah.
Regret?
Knowing full well that the Cardinals didn't have Murray and still picked them to go because I don't know. That's my only regret, but no, nothing else.
All right, DJ.
Yeah, no regrets, but holy shit, the Vikings. First of all, I'm going to go to the point you made a minute ago where you said the Colts are dominating. I don't think you'd ever thought you'd say Colts and dominating in the same sentence, ever. But they're up 33-0, and I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then I flip back because I stopped watching, and then it's like, oh, look, the Vikings are winning. Wait, the Vikings won. The Vikings came back? How did y'all let that happen?
Matt Ryan.
Oh,
I mean,
I know how you let it happen.
uh,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
I said, this is bringing back 28-3 vibes. That's what this is doing.
That even.
Yeah, Matt Ryan,
no.
congratulations. Yeah.
You outdid yourself. Good job,
Yeah,
Matt
yeah.
Ryan.
This wasn't worse because I'll take that win. I'll take that choke over loss over a Super Bowl loss any fucking day of the week. Super Bowl's worse.
Correct. Because at least if they win that, he's like, well, you know what? I've got a ring still. So, yeah, I blew this 3-point lead, but it's okay. I've got a ring, but you don't even have that.
Mhm.
So, holy shit.
Do you-
So that, and then... No, go ahead.
I was going to ask if you regret taking Atlanta. DJ?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I actually expected Atlanta to win that game. And you know, here we are with the Falcons taking another L, and the NFC South is still in fucking shambles. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But the Chiefs and Texans going to overtime, that was shocking to me. I did not expect that. Yes, the Texans are playing good ball. I get it. But I did not expect them to keep up with the Chiefs' firepower. But they did it.
Yeah, the Texans don't know
So
they're
that was
bad.
shocking.
It's pretty interesting.
Man, don't tell Damian Pierce that the
Yeah.
team is bad because he thinks he's gonna carry like this entire team. Like
Yeah.
that running back, man, he's something else.
I wouldn't be surprised if he thinks they're going to the playoffs. I would not be shocked if he said that. Because that's how he's playing. So,
All right.
that's it. That's what I got. Man.
Chicken Wing, your thoughts on the week?
I regret nothing.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been losing.
Anything
He's been
surprising?
losing for 20 years. He's just used to it.
I'm trying to see what he had. He went with Dallas, went with Washington, went with New England. But yeah, I don't see anything picking or grab. Anything that surprised you? Hello?
Chicken.
I'm surprised by nothing. Bitch.
Is there
I knew
audio
all-
issues?
I knew all the final scores. I'm surprised by nothing.
I have no.
There we go. My
Okay,
bad.
that was Mike is working. All right, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Anything surprising?
No. I mean, y'all pretty much talked about it. Like every issue that every game that we covered. Like, I guess the only thing that y'all really didn't talk about is how the Chiefs won that game, because Texans won the toss in overtime and fumbled, and then GG's walk off touchdown. Like they literally had the shot.
Bad teams find
Texans
ways to
being
lose.
Texans. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, that leaves me kind of a roller coaster weekend for myself. Pick I regret. As soon as I saw the news that Mike White was not going to play, I was going to go in and change my pick. I got tied up with something, completely forgot by game time to switch to Detroit. So that cost me. Maybe I put too much faith in Ravens. Maybe I pseudo regret that too. Thinking, okay, didn't look too bad, but then I forgot. Oh yeah, they were playing Pittsburgh the week before. Cleveland, without Lamar Jackson, Baltimore is just a completely different team. So they needed him back soon. It's going to cost them the division basically. I think this week too, especially if they don't get this going. Maybe the only saving grace is that they are playing Atlanta this week, but we'll get into that too. Now, biggest surprise, obviously, is the Minnesota comeback. That day I was at my son's t-ball games. He had 2 games, and after the first, I was like, okay, how the hell is the Colts beating the Vikings so bad? So we have a little break between games. I'm chatting with the coaches, chatting with some other parents, and getting ready before my son's second game. I look at my phone, and the Vikings won. And I'm like, how in the hell did that happen? So I didn't see the game, but I'm like, if there was ever a point where Jeff Saturday probably lost the potential to get the permanent head coaching job, it better have been this past Saturday. Literally on a Saturday, Jeff Saturday probably lost the chance of getting a job. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well
played.
As far as the Raiders, I'm so glad I was the only person to pick that. Not the way I envisioned that game going down, but I'll take it. And so,
Yeah, because you were bodied until Until the last
Man.
6 seconds.
Raiders
Until the last
being
6
Raiders, man, blowing the lead, and I was watching Red Zone because
Mhm.
we're hosting a tournament for my daughter's softball team, and we're watching Red Zone on my phone, and one of the parents that's on the team is a Patriots fan. To see him crumble the way he did that last play was just like,
chef's kiss. Chef's
I
kiss.
felt bad
Oh
for
my
him, but
God.
I was telling him, I was like, man, I'm actually rooting for the Raiders because I'm the only guy on my little thing to pick them, so kind of hoping. But yeah, with the Titans, told you guys. And the only promising thing out of this is Tannehill gets hurt, comes back, and gets carted off too. And I'm like, great. That's potentially our season because I don't have the faith in Malik Willis yet. But Tannehill comes right back in, heavily taped, drives them down. When we're actually running the ball, we get into a touchdown. And lo and behold, we get away from that again. Like I'm not even putting the loss on. I could probably put it on our secondary, but all of this is not just our offense; it's our offensive coordinator. He needs to get his head out of his ass. That's really what it's ultimately about. But when the Titans ended up tying the game late, and we left about less than a minute, just under a minute, I looked at the parents I was with. I was like, "Well, it's up to our defense to blow this game." Sure enough, our secondary is just the weakness on defense, and 2 big pass plays later, and it's over, right? So if it comes down to a field goal, I never have faith in Tennessee right now. I think I've said that many times. So, but like I told you guys,
I've joked about it many times too.
Yeah, like I told you guys, when I saw the schedule and I saw this game, I said this is probably an L because the Chargers have the Titans number. Just historically, it's just the way it is. So, anyway. Good discussion, guys. And by the way, the only F-bomb to be dropped at a kids' youth tournament was by another parent who was a Cowboys fan, was watching it. And as soon as that pick 6 happened, you just hear this loud F-bomb echo throughout the entire complex. And he immediately covered his mouth and tried to hide away. But yes.
Nah, own that shit. Own that
Own
shit.
it.
I said
Own
it.
it.
I
I
said
mean,
it.
Girl girls and boys around. Yeah, I don't know about
Hey.
that. So.
You're gonna hear it someday, JC. Better be for me. That's the response to me. You're gonna hear it someday.
Yeah,
Better be
hearing
for
some
me
of the
than
music,
somebody else.
right? So
You should respond to it.
yeah,
Yes.
so pretty wild weekend. I mean, it was a wild comeback. The Titans and Chargers game featured one of the craziest interceptions I've ever seen. A little tip drill interception in the end zone was
Tip
nuts.
drill. Wow, man.
Impressive.
The wildest
Impressive.
finish to an NFL game ever. Unbelievable. So, and then on top of that, just the bowl games, how they kicked off. UTSA, yes, very disappointing. So many chances to win that game. Drop passes, especially on that final drive. And Troy gets away, beats UTSA. Good game, but it should not have been that close. UTSA beat themselves that game. So, but hey, on to the American, right? So, all right. So, bit of sports news. There's a bit out there for you guys. Wanted to share. First things first. Congrats to Argentina winning the World Cup. Lionel Messi's final World Cup game, finally walks away with the World Cup championship trophy, and arguably the best World Cup
I've ever seen in my life.
I've ever seen.
That was insane.
Unbelievable.
That was insane, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Reminds me so much a few years back. I was actually watching the Mexican League championship game between America and I forget who the other one was. And that game was very similar fashion. It was tied after regulation. There was a goal in the first overtime period. There was a goal in the second to tie it, and then it goes to PKs. But that one actually went through the sudden death portion of PKs, which was intense. This one felt like that. And it was crazy because I was at that tournament. I was watching on my phone. And Argentina was up 2-0. It looked like there was no way France just didn't have an answer. And they just came back in the second half. And then, geez, overtime was it was, and PK is what it was, guys. But what a finish to this. Probably the wildest World Cup I've seen in a long time. And if you had told me Argentina was going to start the tournament getting beat by Saudi Arabia and still win the World Cup, I'd have said no way. But it was potentially one of the biggest upsets in World Cup history, and the team that got upset still managed to come back and win the whole thing. So, did you guys get to see the game? Your thoughts on it?
Mbappe.
Yeah, I got a thought on it. Mbappe is fucking amazing. Is what my thought is on it.
Kylian Mbappe is just like, hold on, let me show you.
Jesus Christ.
Just amazing.
I mean, JC, I'm with you. Argentina's up, and I said, okay, this is turning into domination. This is going to be over soon. I'm not going to stop watching it, but it is what it is. I see Argentina winning this. Well, then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, okay, penalty kick in the box. Got it. Mbappe scores. Within 2 minutes, scores again. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? It's 3-3. I thought this was done. Yeah, it was intense. And of course, you go to PKs and. Jeez.
Anything can happen in PKs.
What a pressure, exactly, pressure situation, because it's like, you're up for as long at this point.
Yeah.
So, got it. Easily the best World Cup I've seen. World Cup final I've seen. Period. Easily the best one.
Definitely. So, just throwing this out there, fun memes and anime stuff. Ash Ketchum also won the championship and will be retiring this year for Pokemon.
I like
what
it.
the fuck has happened?
Just saying, they're
poor guy
both
is like-
born in
has like-
1987.
Yeah.
They both started at the same time. They both won their championship, and they're both retiring. Well, they're not retiring, but
Yeah. Oh my gosh! And who is the announcer? Andres Cantor, longtime Telemundo commentator,
the commentator.
originally from Argentina, grew up there. To see the videos, to hear it in his emotion when Argentina won was amazing. And to see like all the coverage of it, because the last time this happened was in the 80s, and to see Messi and to see all the happiness was pretty awesome to see that. So it was pretty amazing stuff. It is a beautiful game. You wish that the U.S. would get into this a little bit more seriously, at least on the men's side, but it's the world's game. It is what it is,
At least
So
we have the women's team to be proud of.
yeah. And they got a pretty decent draw for next year's World Cup in Australia, New Zealand.
Australia.
Yep, that starts in July, by the way. So, good stuff. Other sporting news: Matt Ishbia has agreed to purchase the Suns and the Phoenix Mercury for $4 billion.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yep. So, one franchise down, another to go, right? We're just waiting to see when the Washington football team is going to get sold. So.
I just hope it's sold to an actual communist.
Yeah.
Not really, that'd be communism. that way, JC will learn about communism and say, "Wait a minute, hold on, this doesn't make sense. This is an actual communist."
Like, ultimately, the reason why I call him that, when that logo came out, it looked like old Soviet propaganda. That's really what it looked like to me.
That makes sense. That
Yes,
I agree with. Yeah.
That's why I stuck with it. So, and Comrade Snyder just kind of seems to roll off the
Conrad Snyder made
Yeah.
total sense.
It does. That's
You know what?
exactly.
Now,
It does.
JC, the joke makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really ultimately what it was. You look at the color scheme and everything like that. You just old Soviet propaganda films and stuff. So the Suns get sold, and in baseball news, of course, we were talking about all the free agent signings. The biggest one, Carlos Correa agrees to a deal, 13 years, $350 million with the Giants. Or is it? The Giants were actually set to introduce him at a press conference earlier today, Tuesday, December 20th. But they had to postpone it because a medical concern has come up during his routine physical before he could officially sign the contract. So,
Dun dun dun.
don't know exactly what this is. It is a bit concerning, though, for something like this to put a contract on hold. Either it's like an undiscovered injury, or the last time that I can remember in recent history, or in my memory, when something like this stopped a trade or a signing, was Sean Elliott, and we know that was a kidney ailment. So, what you want about Carlos Correa, you hope it's nothing serious, like a serious medical condition that would keep him from playing ever again. But we'll see. No word on how this is going to take, if they're awaiting results of testing, just to kind of see what it is that was flagged. But as of right now, this deal is a bit on hold, as is the press conference, right? So, that's kind of the update on that. So, Thoughts on this, guys? With Carlos Correa?
Really,
None-
unless they
none yet.
say
None
something,
yet. Yeah.
unless we actually know what the holdup is, there's not really much you can say. You just,
Yeah.
hey, he's got a medical issue. We want to take a look at it before moving on, or
Yeah.
walking.
Hopefully nothing too bad. So
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Well, any other news out there I missed, guys? Maybe something I missed that you want to talk about?
Sports wise, no, not really.
Not really. Okay. All right. Well, let's then dive into our Week 16 predictions. Christmas weekend. So this weekend's gonna be a little bit different. We'll have the Thursday night game. Sunday is essentially being moved to Saturday, and then we get like a Christmas Day Sunday triple header, and then of course the Monday night game as well. So our picks this week are going to be Nori picking first, Rob second, DJ third, Chicken Wing fourth, and JC fifth this time. So,
Dude, DJ Third actually sounds like a badass name.
there you go.
Like I would
I like it.
Like right now, like
I like
DJ
it.
Third, like, it just like pops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's fucking dope, dude.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So, Nori, starting with you here, Jacksonville at the New York Jets. Do we have any update on Mike White at this time?
We do. Zach Wilson was as of 9 hours ago. Well, no, he's not done for the season. He's not cleared to play this Sunday, this Thursday. You can tell very badly that Sala wants him to play because he kept not confirming for Wilson, and the only reason he confirmed Wilson exactly is because Mike White's hurt. So I will continue to not pick the Jets because I just can't, because I only trust Mike White. So I'm 100% going for Jacksonville, especially even with Mike White. Man, they put it on. Was it the Ravens that came back on? Right, the Ravens that beat a good team 2 weeks ago. They beat a good team 2 weeks ago.
The Jags?
Yeah. Who did they beat 2 weeks ago? That was like a good team.
Tennessee.
Thank you, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I actually wasn't trolling you.
I know. Well, they came back on Dallas this past weekend too.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we had a good team.
No, fuck
Yeah,
you,
no.
Rob. God damn it.
All right, so then, Nori, you're pretty much confirming that unless we get news that Mike White is playing, you're going with Jacksonville. So
Absolutely.
I have a feeling that's
correct.
what all of us are in agreement with. So is anyone taking the Jets outright, or are we all in the contingency that we're taking the Jags unless we get the Mike White news?
Looking for Mike White news as we speak.
Okay.
I'm taking the Jags to win the AFC South. Oh wait, you mean this week?
This
they're gonna win
week,
this game.
motherfucker.
Also.
All right.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, they're gonna win this game. So, yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I don't. Shut up. All right. On to the Saturday early games. Now, this, Saturday early, Saturday afternoon is going to follow the typical Fox, CBS sort of thing. Buffalo at Chicago. And did I read this right? No, maybe I had the spread wrong, but I think Buffalo's favored by 8.5 here. So, is anybody taking the Bears to beat the Bills this week?
No.
Is there rain?
Brains,
No.
yeah. Interesting to see what the weather's going to be
I'm
like.
taking the Bears to scare the Bills a little bit, but then the Bills will wake up and realize they're the Bills, and then they'll finger bang the Bears in the second half.
Right. Okay. Next one, New Orleans at Cleveland. Nori, the Browns are favored by 3. What do you got in this one?
The Browns, convincingly.
Browns, all right.
No.
I think I could ask this one because it does involve an NFC South team. Is anybody taking the Saints to beat the Browns in Cleveland?
I think there's a Saints fan out there somewhere, but no, not here.
No one on this podcast, right? So,
Mm.
No, absolutely not.
all right.
Although, as a side note, Juwan Johnson looked really good when he came back from that injury. Like the Saints tight end.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But, yeah, no.
Hang on, I'm realizing I'm missing something. Let me check something here. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. All right. I get to start this next one off. Houston at Tennessee. Jesus.
Wait.
Look, I know some of you assholes might pick Houston just to fuck up my Christmas, but Jesus Christ, Houston's coming in at the right time, but they are a scary team. This game is close enough as it is, no matter what. But if there's ever a game our offensive coordinator needs to get his head out of his ass and run the ball the whole time, just look no further than this one. Especially when you look at what Derrick Henry did the last time we lined up against the Texans. So, yes, going with Tennessee at home convincingly to break this losing streak and get them back on track to make a stretch run into the playoffs. So, going with Tennessee here.
He said convincingly.
Yeah. Nori, what about you?
Okay.
I don't think it'll be convincingly.
I don't think it'll be close, but I think maybe our offense will actually get rolling is what I'm more trying to say.
I don't want to say the Texans are hot, but they're playing pretty good football right now. I don't think it'd be enough to beat the Titans, but I think the Titans will sweat more than they should. I think it'll actually be close. I think the Titans win by like maybe 4 or 3.
Okay. Jeez, a field goal again. Thanks.
Well, wait, it can't be 3, Nor, because they don't make field goals, so it's got to be 4.
That could be a
They don't make
safety
field
and
goals.
extra missed point. All right, DJ third. Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, okay. All right. My bad, Nor. My
Rob,
bad.
what about
My
you?
bad. We're good.
I'm gonna be the Grinch this year, and I'm picking the Texans.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you
You're a
are.
mean one,
He says this year.
Mr. Grinch. All right.
Mhm.
All right, DJ, what about you? Oh boy.
JC, I'm picking the Titans.
Okay.
But I will tell you this. I'm going to keep my eyes on this because I really want to see if y'all will continue running the ball like you're supposed to and put the game on Derrick Henry's shoulders like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Or if you try to fling it all over the field. Because if you try to fling it all over the field, I won't be surprised if the Texans steal this. I really won't.
Why don't you
Sure.
pick them?
All right, Chicken Wing.
Because I think they'll learn their lesson.
Titans.
All right. All right, Seattle at Kansas City. Kansas City themselves got a scare from the Texans, and Seattle definitely is not looking like the king of the West anymore. Sorry, Dino Smith. Anybody taking the Seahawks to beat the Chiefs in Kansas City this week?
Nope.
Yeah, right.
Nope.
Funny.
All right. Nori, you're going first anyway. Your Giants, coming off a big win, are heading into Minnesota to take on the NFC North champions. Yes, they did clinch the division with that comeback win. Taking on the Vikings. Nori, what do you got?
Go with the Giants.
All right.
There's logic behind this. Because if this is the Giants that can run the ball like what they did with Saquon, and their defense can be opportunistic and make plays, and Kayvon had a fucking game.
Yep.
He showed up, and there's nobody more impatient in the world than New Yorkers when it comes to sports, especially. So it was wild that he had 12. He didn't even know he had 12 tackles. First of all, he was hilarious in the interview. He didn't even know he had 12 tackles. He literally scored which would have been the winning touchdown. We were like, we should have caught an end zone pick, which would have prevented that other bad play. But nevertheless, if this team shows up, if Dallas can murk them 44-3, we can hold them and beat them by 7.
Right.
Because I know the Vikings won the NFC North. I still don't think they know how to be successful and beat teams they're supposed to beat. They're supposed to beat the Giants. This is my one big upset the week, which I totally expect to be alone on, but I legit think they have a real shot to beat them.
Okay. Rob, what about you?
Yeah, I'm taking the other side. I'm taking the Vikings. Like, the Vikings, barring, like, a loss with Philadelphia to Dallas gives the Vikings a shot at the number 1 seed. Yeah. So I'm going to take the Vikings.
All right. DJ?
Nori, I want you to listen very closely because you're not alone. I'm also taking the Giants. And
I love
have
how committed you are. I love how committed you are to last place. I love you so much, DJ. Let's fail together.
Failure loves.
I love you. I love you, baby. You're my favorite. Don't tell Mike you're my favorite Edwards.
All right. Take it away.
Love you too, Nori.
Even though the Vikings are frauds. Oh, go ahead.
But Mike,
I was gonna, Mike. You go ahead if it's gonna be quick, but I do have logic behind my pick. Also, it's not just.
Oh, I'm
because
sorry.
I don't
Go ahead.
like.
Let's hear your logic.
Yeah, go ahead,
DJ.
finish
for
it.
it. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so that's good. It's good. So I do want to talk about the 40-3 loss by the Cowboys, but I want to look at the Colts game too, because you have to consider the fact that you as a team, yes, you came back and it was a monstrous comeback. Congratulations, but you allowed the Colts to put 33 points up on you in the first half. That should be alarming as it is, because you're in the playoffs. You're not going to have a playoff team blow that kind of lead. The Colts are not a playoff team. So that's alarming as it is. One. Two, the Giants are better than the Colts. If the Giants get a lead like that, I don't expect a lead like that necessarily, but let's say they get a 2-score lead. They're not coming back from that. They've got Saquon Barkley. They can run the ball. Saquon runs the ball. The clock's not your friend. So there's that to consider. And plus, let's talk about Kayvon Thibodeau. Dude's a monster. You strip the ball, cause a fumble, then recover the ball, and then take it in the end zone. Just to highlight one of the many good plays he made this past week. Yeah. So I think the Vikings, as we've talked about before, they're allergic to prosperity. I don't expect anything special from them in the playoffs at all. So, Giants.
All right.
Take it away.
All right, Mike, now your turn.
Oh, I was just going to say, even though the Vikings are frauds, they're still going to beat on the Giants.
Well, believe it or not, guys, I am also picking the Giants on this one.
How's
Divided.
Yeah.
last week we were all convinced Washington was going to win. Just saying.
No, yeah, it's true. But I mean, they showed up and showed out. Yes, the biggest thing for me is the Vikings. There's a couple of reasons why I'm picking against them this week. Number one, they allowed the Colts of all people to get 33 points and a half. And if they if they allow the Giants to get 33 points and a half, they're not coming back on that Giants defense. There's no way. Secondly, if I look at their track record against the NFC East this season, I should say, they've struggled. Lost 24-7 to the Eagles. Lost 43 to the Cowboys. Beat the Communists, but only by 3 points, 20-17. They're struggling against this division. The Giants are primed. This is their playoff run right here. This is definitely, I think, going to be an upset here. So I've actually got the Giants on this one this week too. So, and here I was thinking I might be the only one, maybe with Nori. So all right. Speaking of teams that dealt with surprising losses, Bengals at Patriots. The Bengals are rolling, and the Patriots need to work on their lateral drill. Is anybody picking the Patriots to beat the Bengals this week?
Not me. Maybe last year's Patriots, the years before, maybe. But no, I'm good.
Yep. All right.
I just want to say this. I'm not picking the Patriots. I'm picking the Bengals for sure. But
yeah,
just listening to Jacoby Myers talk, when he finally he took questions, it was great. But just listening to him, when he said, "I saw Mac Jones was open," to do what? To do what, Jacoby Myers? Seriously. What is he going to do? The ball's already crossed the line of scrimmage. He's not going to throw a forward pass. And you think throwing the ball to him is going to do you some good?
Yes, the guy.
And what's worse is he said, yes. And he says, well, Belichick said, just run the ball and then go down. Okay, well, if Ramondre Stevens doesn't go down and gives you the ball, why not just go down?
Yeah.
Go out of bounds. I don't know, do something. But he said Mac Jones was open. What the fuck is he going to do if he catches it? Seriously.
Break that one tackle and rumble 55 yards for a touchdown. That's what he's going to do. So.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to get away from Chandler Jones.
Yeah.
He surely would have.
Yeah.
Yes. No way in hell that Chandler Jones tackles him, even though he stiff-armed him with one arm and then just literally pummeled him and ran to the end zone. There's no way.
Bro.
Jesus Christ.
How much do you want to bet a picture of that stiff arm is like everywhere in Las Vegas?
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
That's like the wallpaper of every Raiders fan's phone. Think about
it. It's in the Raiders stadium.
Oh, yeah. if there's any measure of revenge for the Tuck rule, that was it. That stiff arm right there. Now, granted, it's not Tom Brady,
yeah.
but come on, so.
We can Photoshop Tom Brady's face on it. We can make it do whatever. We can make
As long
stuff
as it's
happen.
not in a creamsicle jersey, go for it.
Oh, don't give people ideas, Rob.
Well, Rob, now that you brought it up,
Yeah,
God damn it,
so-
it's gonna happen.
All right. Detroit at Carolina. Lions favored by 2.5 on the road here. Nori, what do you got?
I wish I could pick Detroit twice. Definitely Detroit.
All
They're
right.
playing fucking hot. They're playing great.
I guess it's safe to ask this. Is anybody taking Carolina because of the way Detroit's playing right now?
And Carolina's not playing bad, keep in mind.
Yeah.
Detroit. Do you know what it is? Here's what.
Well,
Another
should we
reason.
go pick by pick, or what do you think? I mean, it's up to you guys.
It might be warranted discussion because they almost lost to the Jets, but good teams find a way to win the games they're supposed to win, and they found a way to win.
Kansas
playing like
just
winning.
lost to the Steelers. You really think anyone's going to pick them?
I mean, well, let's ask then. Rob, you go with the Lions. I assume.
Lions.
Yeah. DJ?
I'm taking the Lions, and they're gonna make the playoffs too. Calling it.
All right. Chick wait.
The Lions, I don't know what this man is smoking. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You should have just asked the questions. Anybody picking Carolina? Because nobody's fucking picking Carolina.
I think it's a hot Lions team, right? So,
Coach Campbell for Coach of the Year, yeah.
I mean, Carolina's not playing like terrible, but I do think
No.
the Lions will pull it out. Yeah.
They lost to the Steelers.
crazy. The
Steelers have beaten some teams they shouldn't have beat, to be fair.
it's almost like the Hard Knocks curse. Like it started off the Lions season pretty bad, and then once Hard Knocks shifted to the Cardinals, role reversal, right? Yeah.
That's exactly.
That's actually funny, but yes.
All right. Atlanta at Baltimore, the last of the Saturday early games. Baltimore favored by 7 at home. And this one is arguably one of the more difficult ones to pick the way the season's played out right now. I think Lamar Jackson is still questionable right now. We don't know 100% for sure what's going to be. So, but Nori, what do you got?
I kind of feel like Atlanta can upset here because I don't know if Lamar Jackson's playing. That's my big hesitation.
Yeah.
If Lamar's playing, I mean, all right, it's Tuesday, right? It's a little early for these picks. I'm going to leave it up in the air. I'm going to pick the Ravens right now, assuming Lamar plays. If he's not playing, I think I'm going to go with Atlanta.
Well, while it is Tuesday while we're recording it, remember these games are on Saturday, so it's almost like the same amount of time as if we're recording on a Wednesday to a Sunday. So yeah, it's kind of a day
Fair
early
enough.
either way. But yeah, one other concerning too is that the Ravens have actually also claimed Sammy Watkins off waivers after putting Duvernay on IR. That actually news just came out today as well. So, Rob, what about you?
I'm saving Atlanta as my pick right now, but if news that Lamar is going to play, then it's an easy pick back to the Ravens.
Okay. DJ?
I've got the Ravens picked right now because I believe Lamar Jackson will play, but we'll see what happens. I may switch to Atlanta if they're like he's not playing. Marcus Peters didn't practice on today either, so not like they need to lose anybody else, but there goes one of your best DBs if he doesn't play. So,
Chickaway.
Copy pasta, Rob.
Yep. Yeah, I've got the Ravens in right now. I'm on the assumption that Lamar Jackson is going to play. His initial injury, they said it was going to be 3-ish weeks, and some of the reports from his practices said he's going to be in there. He's going to be playing, but yes, if it's something that comes out pregame, he's inactive. I'll probably change to Atlanta. They didn't look too bad. They've kind of put all the rookies in, so not a bad game for them. So, all right. On to the 2 Saturday late afternoon games, and we're going to start Chickaway picking first because his 49ers are hosting the Communists in San Francisco, favored by 7. Chickaway, it is your team, so we just do have to start with you. What do you got?
I mean, I'm picking my team, but I won't be surprised if we lose because we've already locked the West, and we pretty much locked 3 seed. Like, we can't go to 4. So,
By virtue of the NFC South, yeah. Sure.
Because NFC South is the thing.
I mean, that's
Exactly.
that's not my issue. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Anybody taking the Communists to pull off an upset here?
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
All right. And DJ is going to pick this next one first. It is a big division matchup here on Christmas Eve. Philadelphia at Dallas. And the latest news, of course, is about Jalen Hurts. That's the status that's kind of up in the air for sure right now. So, DJ, what do you got? Your Cowboys right now are actually favored by half a point at this point. The initial spread came out. So, it's virtually a pick 'em in Vegas. But what do you have here?
So, really, the one glaring thing that stands out to me when it comes to deciding who to go with in this game simply has to do with turnovers. The Eagles have the best turnover differential in the league right now, and the Cowboys have been turning the ball over at an alarming rate since Dak Prescott has come back. So turnovers will probably be what ends up deciding this game, which is why I'm leaning towards Philly to win it. However, we know about Jalen Hurts. He's got a sprained shoulder. He may not play simply because the Eagles may say, you know what, we only have to win one game against anybody for these last 3 weeks. And we lock up the NFC and lock up home field advantage. We lock up first round bye, all that good stuff. So they may simply rest him because this is going to be a tougher game. He's got a higher likelihood of getting hit. And they may just, save him for the next 2 games. If he doesn't play, I'm picking Dallas. If he does play, I'm picking Philly.
All right. Nori.
I'm pretty confident I'm picking Dallas because I don't think Hurts is going to play. If he's even slightly hurt and we want to make a championship run, why the fuck? Would you play him? Yeah. So I personally think they sit him, which is smart. Let Dallas have hope, like they always do. Let him win. Welcome.
Thanks, Nori.
You're welcome. Love you. And yeah,
love you too, buddy.
I personally would, if I'm the coach, man, I don't know. I rest my starter if he's even slightly hurt. That's me.
Yep. Let's see here, Rob.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the whole if Jalen Hurts plays the Eagles. If not, I'm going with Cowboys. So right now, since we know he's injured, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Okay, take away.
I noticed DJ didn't say thank you to Nori for that Christmas present, for the Giants winning, giving Dallas the in on the playoffs. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Listen, Mike. Here's how I look at it. So even when we don't have the Giants on the opposing side of the field, they still give us W's. So I didn't really feel the need to say anything.
Wow.
Well played.
Damn.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Wow. What do I ever do to you? That was really uncalled for.
Well played, sir.
Hey, man.
Wow.
I actually applaud to that. There you go.
Nori, I still love you. Okay? I do. I do.
With that being said, I'm picking Dallas.
I'm going to go get some Kleenex. That was rough. Wow.
All right. Yeah, I've also got Dallas on this one. Granted, I actually did have Dallas on my playoff machine as well, winning this game because I expected a split. The last time these two teams lined up, Prescott wasn't healthy. And with the Jalen Hurts news, the Eagles would be smart, like Nori said, to sit him. You've got the Saints the following week. You can clinch your spot there. And then you got the Giants to finish out the season, but that game could go either way. So, like you said, Nori, you're going to be making a stretch run here. You've only got one loss on the season. Taking a loss here still gives you a chance to clinch the top seed, especially if the Vikings end up losing to the Giants. So, there's a potential they could make that decision later on, depending on how the Giants-Vikings game goes. So, a little bit of strategy there, game watching, if you will. But I've got Dallas right now, and but yes, pending the status of Jalen Hurts. So
I got to say, if Sirianni, knowing that they have the opportunity in front of them for a championship, with as good as the Eagles have been playing, which absolutely pains me to my soul to say,
Someone clip that.
if he knows that that's the option, you have to sit Hurts because, God forbid, because I never wish this on anyone, but God forbid he goes out there he gets tackled wrong, somebody lands on him, whatever it is, and he's injured so badly that he can't play in the playoffs. I don't know, man. I feel like the entire nation of Philadelphia is going to absolutely shun Sirianni. He's going to get fired. Like that's what I feel.
Entire nation
Really,
Philadelphia.
literally.
I like that.
Exactly. The nation of Philadelphia. Whoa. We'll remove him.
Now, what interesting thing the Eagles did do this past week, by the way, is after the Jags comeback and defeat of the Dallas Cowboys, the Eagles did send some cheesesteaks to Doug Peterson and the Jags staff as a thank you. So.
That's funny.
Well, fuck them both. Is my response to that.
That's actually kind of funny.
All right. The Saturday night game is actually going to be on NFL Network, not NBC. NBC still getting the Sunday night game. So NFL Network game is going to be, for us, probably one of the hardest ones to pick, and not for the reason you can think of. Las Vegas at Pittsburgh.
Dear God.
I hate this.
Yeah.
I seriously hate this one.
I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play anymore.
Because I can't pick a tie. It's like,
I'm going to help you all out. I'm going to go first on this
Yes,
because
you
I'm
are.
going to help you all out. Okay, check this out.
What you got?
Even if I didn't win, I want to go first just to help everybody out. I don't think I've ever gotten the Raiders pick right, so
Good,
I'm going
I'm
to do
picking
you
the
all a
opposite.
favor. I'm going to thank you, Rob. Getting ahead of my fucking joke. That was rude. I'm going
Yes.
to go ahead and pick the Raiders because I never get them right. You all pick the Steelers. Enjoy yourselves while they win.
All right. Nori picking the Raiders. There's an agreement that the rest of us are all picking the Steelers.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Check me. Play with fire here. What you
God
got?
damn it, Mike. You're
Mike,
fucking
Mike, Mike doesn't want to win this week. Okay, all right. Cool.
It's Mitch Trubisky, guys. Did we forget who the quarterback of the Steelers is?
Well, that's the thing.
Also,
Pickett is expected to start. Yeah.
The quarterback against Josh Daniels.
I was gonna say that's what I heard. I heard Pickett was starting.
Okay. Hold up. He actually makes a good point. Now, first of all, Pickett is expected to start for the Steelers against the Raiders, but is it worse to have Josh McDaniels as your coach or Mitch
Yes.
Trubisky as your starting
Yes.
quarterback?
Yes.
Nope. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, if Pickett started, that changes things.
Yes.
But if it was Trubinsky,
That's
I was
good.
Raiders all the way.
Yeah, if for whatever reason it's
Pickett,
Trubisky,
yeah.
I probably might change. But yeah, I'm going with the Steelers for now, for sure. So, but great response,
Yeah,
guys.
JC, we can't give McDaniels credit for the Raiders' win. That was a fucking fluke. It was a fluke.
Right.
If anything, give credit to
he just
Jacoby
had to go
Myers.
down.
No. The Raiders didn't win. The Patriots lost that game.
That's right.
Yes,
look at
but
it that
will
way.
go
You
down in
agree.
history as Josh McDaniels having a win over Bill Belichick. When you look at this
That's-
years from now,
yeah,
that's
that's
going to be
how-
that way in the record books, guys. So, you know.
That's a fucking travesty, is what that is. That's what that is.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. So,
Mike, you shut your whore mouth. Right now.
Yeah, Michael.
The fuck?
Yeah, Michael. I don't know what you did, but yeah, tell him.
yeah. All right.
Can't stand you.
Sunday, Christmas Day, we get a triple header. All three games are going to be on national TV on different networks here. First one of which is Green Bay at Miami. And Miami's favored by 4 points at home for this one. Nori, what do you got here?
I'm not convincingly. I'm going to pick Miami because I don't know what's wrong with them lately. They're not playing super duper, but I'm going to pick them.
No.
All right, Rob?
I'm taking Miami. I don't trust Tampa Bay's offense.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
You beat Green Bay?
You-
Oh, yeah.
A little
Yeah.
PTSD there, buddy.
The wrong Bay.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Sorry.
you're still right, Rob. I don't trust their offense either. But
Who
Yeah.
picked you, Rob?
different team.
All right. DJ?
Yeah, I'm going with Miami.
Chickaway.
This might be unanimous. I'm going Miami.
Yeah, I'm also going Miami. I know they've lost 3 in a row, but these were some tough teams they were playing. The Niners, the Chargers, the Bills, and that snowy weather against Buffalo. My gosh. But you think it'd be a little bit warmer in Miami? I know we're going to get some hard freeze this weekend. I don't know how that's going to affect Florida, but I'm also going with Miami to win this one. So
Not that far south. Come
Yeah.
on now.
now, while that game is going to be on Fox, the next game is going to be on CBS and Nickelodeon. Time to bust out the slime cannons, but the
let's
only problem
go.
is we may not see a whole lot of the slime cannons because it's going to be Denver at the Rams.
I
May
mean,
not see a lot of
Baker.
touchdowns here. So
Don't do that, Rob. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I
Do not
never
do it.
thought there would be a time where I'm not sure who will play
Oh, no.
better, Baker Mayfield or Russell Wilson.
if Russell Wilson even plays, because I
think he's gonna play.
hurt, right? Is he gonna play? All right.
I think he's going to play. But
Yeah.
even then, am I thoroughly
I hope
convinced
he
he's
does
going to play better than Mayfield? I don't know. Not
Yeah.
sure.
All right. Well, Nori, we'll
He
start with you.
is.
You taking the Broncos or the Rams on this one?
I'm taking the Rams.
Okay.
They're better coached. If that's my deciding factor, they're better coached.
Okay. Rob.
I'm taking the. God, I don't want to say this. Yeah, I'm taking the Rams.
Okay.
What? You don't want to go for your own LA team?
Shut up.
What?
It's because it's Baker Mayfield. That's why. DJ, what do you got?
That's exactly right. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to pick the Rams. I was actually hoping that Rippon would start for the Broncos because I know it's one week, but he operated the Broncos offense better than Russell Wilson did. Just my opinion. But he's not starting. They're going to start Russell Wilson so he can hopefully get another touchdown. So we'll have 12, which will tie the amount of bathrooms he has in his house.
That's
So
right.
go with the Rams.
Yes.
All right, Chicken.
No, fuck you, DJ. Not only Russell Wilson will tie that
Okay,
fucking
wow.
record, he will
Wow.
beat that record and win the game.
Wow.
Calling it. I'll be the lone wolf. I don't give a shit.
Chicken, I just want to remind you that if he
Ru-
throws a
Russell
pick
Wilson-
six, it doesn't count as a touchdown for his.
I mean, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's not the
You know,
same.
You
so-
are right.
Yeah. So
No
I'm
loop-
also
no
going with the
loopholes,
Rams.
that's cool.
I'm also
Okay.
going with the Rams like everybody else here for this one. I don't know. So I don't know if we'll see a lot of the slime cannon, but for nothing else, just to watch the game on Nickelodeon, it's always fun, right? You know, Nickelodeon has a good presentation of it. So, all right, and the Sunday night game on NBC. Rob, your Bucks are heading into the desert to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Who you got on this one?
Taking the Bucks. Cardinals are busted right now.
Yeah, worth asking, is anybody taking the Cardinals right now without Kyler Murray? He's done for the year. So
Nope. Not me.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right.
Unfortunately, no.
And finally, the Monday night game on ESPN: Chargers at Colts. After blowing the biggest lead in NFL history, is anybody taking the Colts to beat the Chargers this week?
Not that the Chargers are a shining light of protecting leads and being clutch, but I think they're a little less incompetent than the Colts are. So
All right.
Yeah, Copy Boss is there though. So yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I got the
I-
Chargers for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
All right. And let's see here. There's one other thing I saw. Oh. That is it for our predictions for Week 16, a.k.a. Christmas weekend of the NFL season. Be sure to catch us next week. We'll recap it and make our predictions as the stretch run continues. Also, one sort of bit of news. Obviously, this is the last season with Sunday Ticket on DirecTV. Latest reports right now is that YouTube TV is potentially emerging as the front runner to land NFL Sunday Ticket, guys.
I'm okay with that.
Huh.
I'm not,
Yeah.
because I've already got Prime and Apple TV Plus. I was really hoping to be one of them, but so
I have YouTube TV, so I'm good with that.
yeah. So it's potentially. I mean, obviously everyone's talking. It's going to come down to a streamer, whether it's YouTube TV, Apple TV Plus, ESPN Plus, or Amazon Prime. Seem to be the front runners to land the Sunday Ticket. Although I think the ticket could be improved a bit. You know, they expect you to pay how much to watch it for the whole season? Like $300 something, right? It's like it's a hefty price tag or something like that.
Yeah. Something like that.
I wonder if there would be a way for them to just say, "Hey, if you pay us like $60 or $100, you can watch all the games for one team for the whole season," right? Like it would allow you to say, "Hey, well, I'm out of market. For me personally, I want to pay just to be able to see all the Titans games. I'll pay $100 instead of the full $300. You can make a lot more money doing it that way, you know? That'd be one way to improve the ticket, no matter what they go. So,
Yeah.
just a thought. Just a thought. So,
Interesting thought. Yeah.
yeah, they might make more money that way too when you think about it. So, And also, everyone's fantasy playoffs are in full effect, I'm sure.
Playoffs?
If your league wasn't in the playoffs last week, they should be this week. Nori, I believe you're in the championship playoffs in my league, and I think your leagues as well. So,
I am.
and DJ, you're gonna be right here, championship bracket. Now you start. You got that bye week, so
Yeah. I had to rest my starters. I had to
Yeah.
take care of that. So,
So-
it's good.
lucky for you. So, Chicken Wing did avoid having to play for last place, as did myself. So, neither one of
Good
us
job,
has to
guys.
bear that curse. Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks, guys.
Good job,
Appreciate it.
yeah.
So,
Way to go.
number one pick for next year. So, all right. Well, next week we'll recap Week 16 of the NFL season. Might dive a bit into our playoff machines as well, kind of update them a bit, and of course make our Week 17 predictions. And we might be recording in person next week, guys. That little between Christmas and New Year's, it'd be nice to get together and just record. So, yep. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this week's episode of the Sports Minorities Podcast. I just want to say have a safe Christmas, especially if you're going to be traveling this weekend. Try and stay warm because that cold blast is coming in through. It's going to be like, 19 degrees in San Antonio on Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm staying inside. I don't know about you guys. So.
How cold is it gonna be up there, little bitch?
Fuck you. God damn it. I wasn't even expecting it. I don't even have a witty response. I'm just going to say, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, just
it'll
go with
be,
that. That's better.
yeah,
I like that one. That's
we're
good.
going to go with that.
It's a classic.
11 degrees.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the wind chill going to be?
11
It might get to
11
-5 here. With the wind chill.
Last I looked, the wind chill is -4.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
have to
still
buy
not gonna
those,
snow. Golly. So
Those winterized, not the foam, but like the covers for the pipes on the outside of the house.
yeah, I've already got mine on.
That's a good
Definitely invest
idea.
in those. Make sure you
Yeah.
cover those. Run your faucet at night for sure. So yeah.
Friday's gonna be cold as fuck.
Yep. Thank you everyone for joining us on the Sports Minorities Podcast. Once again, I'm JC, your resident Titans fan, and looking forward to seeing some of family in Laredo. Some of them Texas fans are going to get together, watch the game, and please, dear God, tighten up because I don't want to deal with Texas fans getting a win. They're the worst. Joining me as always are
Chicken Wing, I am the only one that picked the Jaguars to beat the Titans, and that's gonna happen. So fuck you, JC. Yeah.
All right, there, cool guy. This is Nori. I'm a very happy Giants fan again. We're not starting a Super Bowl run. Giants fans need to calm the fuck down. But I'm happy that we have a very good shot at the playoffs. And I thought we were going to be like negative wins this year, so I'm pretty stoked.
Rob, the guy dreading the creamsicle Bucks jerseys. And yeah, surviving this season. Cool.
DJ here, and all I want for Christmas
Is me.
are creamsicle jerseys on the Buccaneers for the next year. Yes.
All of
That
next
is
year.
my one
Lord.
Christmas wish. Yes. Make that happen for me.
Why do y'all
shout
hate me so
shout out again to Phil, potentially the only Jags fan in San Antonio. Appreciate you sending on the message there. Hopefully we can get you on very, very soon on the podcast, especially because, let's face it, Week 18, their whole division might be on the line between the Titans and Jags. It might come down to just that game. So appreciate you sending the message. And everybody, please have a safe Christmas, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Thanks everyone once again for listening to the Sports Minorities Podcast. We do appreciate it. If you want to keep the conversation going, we're on Twitter at Sports Minor Pod and also on Facebook at Sports Minorities. Our YouTube channel, Sports Minorities, search on there. We live stream every now and then, just some random stuff. And you can also reach us via email, sports.minorities@gmail.com. We do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to us, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Would you rather have my favorite game at the end of the show, okay?
Would you rather?
Josh McDaniels is your head coach.
Okay.
Or Antonio Brown is your public relations speaker.
Antonio Brown is public relations speaker.
Antonio Brown. That was too easy, bro.
Oh my God, that was easy.
You gotta make it harder than that, bro.
You will
Well,
go, you'll go bankrupt.
I don't know, man.
AB.
Really, really wrong.
Roll with
Antonio
AB.
Brown. Like Antonio Brown, if he's my PR guy, I'm probably getting canceled.
Yeah, you're dead. You're dead.
Yeah, so I might take Josh
Said
McDaniels
probably.
there. At least
because you'll
he's
get
got to
canceled.
win over Belichick, you know. So
Like you won't just like be embarrassed. You'll get
JC,
canceled.
don't do that.
Right.
God damn it.
just if I'm playing for McDaniels, at least I'm getting paid, right? You know, NFL salary. Can't pass that up.
So would you rather have Josh McDaniels as your head coach,
Whatever section number B is, because no.
or Tekashi 6ix9ine snitch on you and you serve 90 years to life?
Gosh, 6'9", 90 years to life.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I think I'd do okay in prison.
Josh McDaniels as your head coach.
No. Like,
Okay.
you have to think about this. Like, in prison, I would get 3 meals. I have a roof over my head. Maybe, yeah.
Still drop the
Yeah.
Like I'm Puerto Rican and Italian, so I have 2 groups I could join. So I'll be good. I'll find somebody.
All right.
Mm.
Josh
Go
McDaniels
ahead.
as your head coach, or you got to wear the creamsicle jerseys for a whole season.
It's easy.
Creamsicle.
Creamsicle.
Yeah, creamsicle. That's
Don't
great.
listen to Rob.
Amazing.
Don't listen to Rob being
great.
Josh.
Rob,
Josh McDaniels is my coach forever. Let's go.
Bullshit. Bullshit. That's bullshit and you know it.
I am smelling bullshit all the way over here, Rob.
That's bullshit.
No, would not
That's a
take
free question.
creamsicle.
That's a
Nope.
free question.
got him.
Creamsicle.
Nope.
Free.
Nope.
Ooh, I got a question
We're
for
making fun of
Nori.
you and it's something that... Okay, what happened?
I got a
Question
question
for Nori?
Nori.
I love questions.
Yes. Josh McDaniels is your head coach, or you're a Cowboys fan for life.
Ha! Cowboys. Let's go.
I would sign
Wow.
Josh McDaniels to a 10-year contract. We'll recover
Fully
eventually.
guaranteed.
Fully guaranteed?
We'll recover eventually. He'll be on the book.
Seriously, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You can even date my daughter at one point.
There you go.
I'd be a Cowboys fan. Sure.